Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Lou.
Good morning. Welcome to Warp Speed with Cupcake and the Monster.
Welcome to Warp Speed with Cupcake and the Monster. Today, we are going to talk about Superman 2025. So I watched it last night. Lou gave me the download, and I watched it last night. And I fucking loved it. I fucking loved this movie. I loved it. Loved it.
Oh, God, you love this steaming pile of shit?
Oh, my God. How can you call it a steaming pile of shit? Dude, I was in
fucking
the
dog ruined the movie.
Fuck you. He was the best part.
No, he was the most annoying part. That fucking... I love Lex. Nicholas Holt's portrayal of Lex Luthor was great.
Yeah, he did a great job as Lex Luthor.
He was great.
Allow me to pull up my notes.
I didn't mind Lois. She was okay. The fucking costumes on everyone but Mr. Terrific were horrendous.
Oh, I forgot to... I was going to do Mr. Terrific.
His costume fit him great. Everyone else's costume was fucking baggy. What the fuck?
They can't all be skin tight.
Come on, bro. Like, look, I could even let Cornsworth off the hook for not being built like Henry Cavill was for the role. Like, Henry Cavill didn't need no pads in his suit. That shit was all him. Kind of like The Rock and Black Adam. All him. Yeah. Like, everyone else, they had some pads in their suit to give them the muscles. But his shit, not only... It was just too loose. Like, you could see it was fucking loose on him.
I don't know about all that.
They could have fixed that shit up with the fucking editing, bro. They could have made them a little tighter with editing. Because I get it. You want them to have breathable costumes while you're filming. But in the editing part, you could have fucking shrunk the costumes just a little bit to make it look a little more perfect. Color-wise, great. I didn't mind the trunks, because, everyone always has to bitch about the trunks.
Yeah, I was fine with that.
I couldn't get behind... Bro, James Gunn, stop hiring your fucking friends.
What do you mean?
We didn't need Bradley Cooper to be Jor-El.
Oh, come on. I didn't even realize it was Bradley Cooper. I didn't realize it was Bradley Cooper until I was
And it was fucking useless. It was useless. Granted, hey, I don't know if he got paid or if he did it for free, but either way, nice little paycheck for a 2-minute scene in a movie.
Right. So yeah, this is when right here. This popped up. I was like, oh, 3 centuries ago. 3.
Everything was 3s.
Yeah. 3 decades ago, and it's the first little baby. 3 years ago. The ball. And hold on here. What's that I hear in the background of this title crawl? Let's watch that again. And listen.
Oh my God, you're so happy because he incorporated the original Superman theme.
Absolutely.
Now, you might want to stop because you're going to get hit. You'll get hit with a copyright strike.
Yeah, I know. That's why I only did it for a little bit. But yeah, no, I like the, 3 centuries ago, metahumans, blah, blah, blah. 3 decades ago, a baby. 3 years ago, he came out as Superman. 3 weeks ago, he went to Moldavia, these made up Slavic countries. And then it went to 3 minutes ago, he was beat for the first time. And then in the background you hear dun, 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 Oh my God! How could you not like this movie? How could you not like this movie?
Okay, I'm not gonna like a movie over a theme song.
Uh, uh. No,
Unless
but
you're
I liked the fact that it got rid of because we didn't need an origin story. You know,
I agree totally.
That was the title crawl was all we needed. That was perfect. And
Yeah,
then
I believe James Gunn said going forward, there ain't gonna be no more origin stories. Like the origin stories are fucking played out. We've seen Batman's. I don't care about how Flash gets his fucking powers. We already did that with Ezra Miller. Like whoopty fucking doing the TV show. Like just get to the story and let's go.
correct. But I did like. Oh, and just for what I wanted to do is do kind of like a non-spoiler the first half, and then the second half we'll go into full spoilers.
Oh man, that's kind of hard for me.
I know.
I mean, you can lead the way, and I'll try my best to not spoil.
Okay, cool. But I like the fact that 3 minutes ago he was beaten for the first time. And then it's that scene from the trailer where it's beat up Superman in the snow. And full disclosure, I went into this movie even before you gave it to me, even before we talked about it, before we talked about doing a review on it. I was gonna see it, but with a chip on my shoulder, like
you just want to put chips on your shoulder for all these movies lately.
Huh?
You got this chip on your shoulder for all these movies lately. Like
I know, and
go in open-minded. If it does what you like, great. If it doesn't, then shit on it. But stack the chip on the shoulder.
I like being surprised. I like my, I like when it's like, oh wow, that's not what I expected. I like that. My glass is probably half empty most of the time. So, but you got the trailer part where he was in the snow, and then he calls Crypto, and I liked that when Crypto got to him, Crypto was like playing. He was a dog. He was playing, and then he's like, oh, stop, and they take him back to the Fortress of Solitude, and they put him in the chair, and they get the yellow sun so that I like that. I like that they incorporated a lot of comic book stuff. I'm a casual comic book fan. I'm more of a Marvel casual comic book fan. Really wasn't a fan of DC, but I'm familiar with the Justice League. Batman, Superman, not really Wonder Woman, but like Green Lantern. I'm familiar with the big names. And I was a huge fan of the Christopher Reeves Superman movies.
I was too as a kid.
Yeah, and this was nostalgia bait. This got me right in the nostalgia balls. I got kicked right in the nostalgia balls with this movie.
Boo.
But no, I like the I like the fact that they had the yellow sun, and the robots. I was kind of unfamiliar with. Okay, but he
could have kept the robots. The robots were a pain in the ass.
No, they were good. Good.
No, the one robot stabbing himself to death because he couldn't take it no more.
Yeah, because he got the shit beat out of him.
Of course, you're gonna get the shit beat out of you because what was her fucking name? The engineer.
The engineer. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. Oh, did I get a picture of her? Where are my pictures?
Oh, look at him being a little prepared for this Superman discussion. Wow, it really touched.
Oh, yeah, no. When I do a movie review, I do I am preparedness. Okay, Tim. But
bro,
yeah,
the scene is straight up like this. They get their ass kicked, whatever. You understand it's robots, boom, whatever. Fucking Superman comes back to the fortress, and the robot's doing this shit with a screwdriver.
Yeah, we're not even there yet, dude. We're not even there yet. We're not even at that part yet.
It's just for the hell. I know that's what he's talking about. Suicide robot.
Yeah. But no, and I liked, that the robots were like, he's he
smiled at me.
he's healed. The yellow sun got to him. Like, all right, I got to go back and I got to go beat the hammer of Moldavia or whatever the hell it was. And then the robot goes, well, no, you can't. He whooped your ass when you were 100%. You're only 83% healed. And then Superman, in true Superman fashion, was like, yeah, but I gotta go. And then, it was great. And then there was this part with
Like
the hammer. There was this part with the hammer, going all, and then he flashed his laser beam eyes. What did I do?
I'm sorry, but he reminded me of the Juggernaut.
Right, with that armor on. What was his name? Fuck, I didn't write that down either.
Whose name?
The hammer. What was his real name?
Ultraman.
Ultraman. Yes, thank you. Yeah,
Okay, now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Would you have preferred to have want to seen it in the theater?
Absolutely. Go seeing it on the big screen, IMAX or IMAX 3D, 100%. If I have time tonight, I should get
make it a
to.
point. You're gonna make it a point.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it a point to watch this in the theater.
You know what sucks? Because I could have been one of the first to go see Fantastic Four next week.
Ooh.
But the problem is the theater is over an hour away. So I was like, fuck it. I'm not even going to take the pass to fucking go stand in a line for fucking 2+ hours to try to see this movie. Because I'm pretty sure, because the theater has an IMAX screen in it. It ain't true IMAX, but it's still a big-ass screen. Because that's where I saw the second Ant-Man movie was in that theater.
Oh, okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's going to be the IMAX version of this fucking movie that they're going to screen next week. Especially for Galactus.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
But,
yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that pinhole of a plot hole that he could have used his X-ray vision. But we'll get to that. We'll definitely get to that, Nico.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Right.
Well, could it be he's Superman for 3 years? Maybe he didn't develop all of his powers yet.
No, he
kind of like Smallville.
No, he did. He did have the X-ray vision because, well, let's get into this. When during the second fight that we see with the Hammer or Ultraman, with this guy right here, you can see that. You get Lex Luthor in his command center with all his people there, and you hear Lex going B-26, and then he does a counter move against Superman, and then Superman does this, and he goes A-19, and he does this counter move, and he had been studying Superman, the new metahumans alien, for the last 3 years, and there are metahumans, but they are human. Superman is an alien. And this was Lex Luthor's big ick, I guess you could say.
Yeah. That fight choreography, like the calling out the numbers, I kind of liked it.
I did like that too, because it showed that, yes, there was an offline, he's been studying him for 3 years. He knows his every move, which, he is a young, naive Superman. He doesn't have all his Superman power, his Superman, his Supermanness, if you will. So that's why Lex was able to do that. And this showed that Lex Luthor is intelligent. That was kind of Lex Luthor's superpower, was that he was super smart.
Yeah.
The Jesse Eisenberg Zack Snyder's Superman, he was more
He
of
was
like the
smart
wizard.
too. He
Huh?
was smart, but his portrayal was a little off.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at
They
all.
made him a junior, and like he was the least favorite part of those movies, in my opinion, in the
Right,
Zack Snyderverse. To me,
right, right. Yeah, and so in the movie we see, I didn't get a picture of that big monster either.
oh,
So
that
they go, yeah, and that was
big.
yeah, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger,
I
and
would have
that
liked them. I would have liked them to explain how he got bigger.
just got bigger. They did explain it. They did explain it when they opened up the cage and let it out. The one guy goes, "Man, is something that small gonna, you know, gonna be able to do whatever?" And the other guy said, "Don't worry, it gets bigger." Then the next thing we see this big, huge, giant kaiju type thing, and Superman goes and takes care of it. Why did they do that? As a distraction for Superman, so that Lex the engineer and Ultraman and Miss Teschmacher could go to his Fortress of Solitude. Oh, and the engineer, she also followed Superman to where he was, and she found the Fortress of Solitude, but it went down, and
I like that aspect. I don't think they ever did that before.
where it disappeared into the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did like that too. I did like
that
that
was
too.
an interesting little twist to the fortress. So that
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah, and then I liked how they broke into the Fortress of Solitude. I liked how Crypto was, kind of defending his home, and they took care of him right away. And then I guess we have to get into spoilers here. We gotta, let's
You could try to not spoil, but it's some of this shit is hard to do without the spoilers. Sorry.
yeah. I mean, because this spoiler is kind of the center plot of what happens in the movie. So the engineer and Lex and Ultraman, let's start off when Superman is getting the rays of the yellow sun to recharge and heal himself. They play, and I did like this. They play Superman's parents, his mom and dad, speaking
In Kryptonian.
in alien language. I loved that bit. I loved that bit. And they were talking and saying, son, we're sending you to this planet. Hopefully you'll be okay. We love you. And then the message goes because of the crash of his little space pod. And the rest of the message was garbled, and they really didn't know the rest of the message. You were saying, Lou?
Last night.
Uh-huh.
It's far-fetched. It could be leading kind of like how Marvel, if James Gunn takes anything from kind of Kevin Feige, is drop subtle hints at who your big villain is going to be.
Okay.
And there was a theory that he might be doing General Zod. But you want to do 2 to 3 movies before you even bring in Zod. And that Zod may have corrupted the message somehow. I don't know yet, but that's what the guy was insinuating, because Zod is a menace like that, and he may have known how to do some stupid shit like that.
No, I'm gonna disagree with that, because Zod would have wanted the message. He wouldn't have jarbled the message because, spoilers, Superman's parents sent him to Earth to, kind of like Invincible. I don't know if you've ever seen that show or read the comic Invincible, to take over Earth and become like these soft, weak humans. You'll be able to conquer them. You'll be able to rule this planet. And that's what the engineer let's see if I can pull up a picture of her.
She wasn't a bad character.
No.
She wasn't a bad character. It was interesting. She had some pretty cool gadgets. Like, how was she even created?
She
I know it's nanobots, but
yeah, no, I guess for lack of a better term, sacrificed her humanity. You know, Lex gave her these nanobots and these so that she could um
okay. So she could do what she do.
yeah, yeah, she did that. Yeah, this girl right here.
Well, he's saving that. Welcome to the show, Tuna. Tim says, sank my ship. And Nico, they never mentioned lead mass, but mentioned kryptonite while Lex Luthor was talking with Rick Flag Sr.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna get to that right now.
The Hammer of Bolavia. Such a cornball name.
Well, they kind of had to do that because they couldn't say he was.
Okay. Did you kind of get Boom Tube vibes with all those fucking things that Lex was walking through?
Get what vibes?
Boom Tube. You know, Darkseid's
What's that?
boom tubes? Portal to get from one part of space to the other part?
Maybe that they're going to go into that, but here's the engineer. You can see on her hand it looks like a buzz saw, and she's got nanobots all over her body, and she can basically do anything with the nanobots. So with her nanobot you know abilities, she hacked into the computer at the Fortress of Solitude. She was able to decode and get the rest of the message that Superman's parents were telling him, that to take over the world. And as Superman is defeating, he's fighting this big old kaiju monster. He gets help from
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner.
Oh, God. I can't stand that fucking haircut.
It's comic book accurate, though. That's why I had this picture. That's what I liked about this movie. It was as comic book accurate as you could get. I feel. If we have any comic book fans out there in the chat, now that everyone probably left because we're talking spoilers, let's see what you say.
Hey guys, do you think the suit of Hammer of Bolvania and Ultraman look cooler than Superman and the silly Justice Gang suit? Yes.
Yeah.
The suits to me, like I said, were too fucking loose. They fucking did not look cool at all. I was not feeling Green Lantern whatsoever. I could have got behind Hawk Girl, but that shit looked like it was fucking loose.
Well, see,
And like I said, Mr. Terrific was the best one.
Yeah.
Your internet's acting stupid.
Yeah, I know. My signal's not too good out here. Are we good?
Yeah, now I could hear you. I don't know what you were trying to say.
Well, no, the Green Lantern. I mean, this is the Green Lantern we're used to. Come on, motherfucker. Why are you not doing anything? Son of a bitch.
You might want to switch to your phone's hotspot.
I actually did. I'm on my phone's hotspot right now.
Okay, while he's switching over, we got the Green Lantern. I wouldn't have liked that look neither. But I'm intrigued to see how the Green John Stewart is going to look with Hal Jordan in the HBO series that we're getting in the summer of 2026. That's all a part of this universe. I'm pretty sure Nathan Fillion will pop in as a cameo somewhere in that show. That's the one thing James Gunn did say. If you're a voice actor, there's a chance you'll be seen on the big screen in one of the live action movies. The same thing it's going to be vice versa. So members of this Justice Gang will be popping up in Peacemaker. They've shown them in the trailer. I don't know how big their roles are going to be, but they will be there. We also have announced that there will be a massive cameo in that show. Maybe a Superman appearance. Who knows? I don't know who it will be. And frankly, folks, I can't take this picture down because I don't have keys to the studio. Next, to me, this movie was dog shit. Didn't like it. It didn't fit the criteria for a Superman. I'm tired of Superman coming in and always getting his ass kicked. Like, come on, you're supposed to be the strongest being in the universe, but yet you're getting your fucking melon whooped on? No. Cupcake will be back in a second. He is rebooting his computer. Welcome, Shamrock. So, any questions you got, Nico, since you've seen this movie and we could have a little back and forth through the chat? What else was there? Like I said, I didn't like the dog. Too fucking annoying. What else? Oh, Cupcake is back. Hopefully. He's still loading. Welcome. Yeah, at least he got the thing down. DC needed to come. Well, this week will tell if DC's got that comeback they're looking for. If this week has a significant drop off, then DC might be in trouble. I was saying David Cornsweat looked dope in long hair and that black Ultraman suit. Yes, he looked cool. It was a cool look. Just too much padding in that fucking suit. God damn. Very true. I can't hear anything. I don't know what to tell you. Shamrock. God damn, Cupcake. You might just need to come in on your phone, buddy. If you can hear me. Cupcake. Cupcake, do you copy? This is Jor-El. There, I can hear him now. There you go. That's a good answer. I can hear now. I am stoned and was muted. Way better than his Superman suit. That was silly. Yes, totally. Too loose. Hopefully, he hits the gym to bulk up a little bit for the next time he plays the role. I do feel a little bad. He only made $700,000 for the show, for the movie. Him, Lois, only made $700,000. And granted, it's a lot of money, but goes to show. Goes to show. All right, Cupcake, you hear me? We can see you. You're frozen again.
All right, hold on.
Yep, there he's back. He's got sound. Unless
Hello?
he's playing a bit. Hello, you hear me?
Yeah, I'm pulling a Joey C. All right, let's
Damn,
do
he only got
that.
300,000 for Man of Steel. Holy shit! Well, Henry Cavill wasn't a big actor neither. Damn.
Pull this up. There we go. Okay. Are we here? Can you hear me? Am I good? Testing,
Yes.
testing. 1, 2, 3. Yay.
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
As they were fighting the kaiju, and see, I understand what you're talking about the suits being, because we're used to skin tight spandex, and everyone's used to this iteration of the Green Lantern, who is Hal Jordan. If you watched the Justice League cartoon show, you were used to this iteration, Jon Stewart. And I was going to make a joke and put the Daily Show Jon Stewart, but I just forgot to do it. But if you look at Guy Gardner, he doesn't have a skin-tight suit. He wears
no. Don't get me wrong. it's just, again, too loose. Didn't look right. And you want to know what else? I just wasn't feeling Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner.
I had no idea it was him. I had
didn't care.
no idea it was him. And I like him as an actor. I no clue. He looked familiar. You know, Guy Gardner looked familiar. I was like, who the hell is that guy? And then as I'm doing my, you know, getting my notes and stuff, I was like, no shit, that is Nathan Fillion. Oh my god. Oh my
That's
god.
what I said, bro. Michael Rooker played one of the robots. He was the voice for one of the robots.
Oh.
Mantis from Guardians, she was also one of the robots' voices.
Okay.
Like, bro, I get it. You have a connection with these people, but do you really have to cast them in this movie?
What?
Even if the role is so minute, that could have been someone else who could have used that role. They don't need these roles.
Oh,
That's
so you're
all.
you're taking the Peter Dinklage way.
It's not even that, bro. It's too much nepotism. It's like nepotism, even though they're not fucking related. It's just, yo, you want your friends and your shit, great. But at the same time, you're trying to establish a universe. Like, this movie's second week will determine if this shit is going to be established or not.
Right.
So you got Shamrock says, I loved Henry as the Witcher. Yes, he was a great Witcher.
Oh, hey, Shammy, what's going on?
He, like I said, I have a little bit of faith in Hamlet, in the fucking Highlander movie. Because of he's good with the sword and he takes lore seriously.
This is true, but you can improve on perfection, and Highlander's a great movie. Again, I will see Highlander. I will watch it, but again,
you're gonna go with the Highlander with the biggest chip on your shoulder.
I totally am.
Oh,
and I hope I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I hope I'm surprised.
But Nico says they definitely killed Metamorpho. His look was great.
Yeah,
dude. Like, he kind of looked like the cartoon.
Right.
And I had no clue what the fuck his powers were, but hey, created his own little mini son. Oops, spoiler.
Yeah, I did like that as well. And do I have a picture? I thought I had a picture of Metamorpho. Yeah, but I liked that as well. And when you know, so as they were fighting the kaiju and you know the Justice Gang,
that fucking name was so stupid.
It was. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't upload that. Thought I did actually. With the
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, Nico.
Thank you,
As
Lou.
a Man of Steel lover, this movie was very good too. They got the essence of Superman. See, I don't think so, but I digress.
But I digress.
I digress.
Oh, damn, I didn't.
So the only thing we missed on that copy that I got, Cupcake, was the two end credit scenes.
Yeah, I was expecting those. So I have no idea what the end credit scenes are.
The end credit scenes are useless.
What are they?
Him and fucking Crypto sitting on a moon.
Okay.
That's one of them. And the other one is him and Mr. Terrific going over how he brought everything back together. One building was a little off-center.
Oh.
So they're two. But I like what James Gunn did there. Because he sat there and said, I'm not going to get boggled down like the MCU end credit scenes. Because some of those end credit scenes led nowhere.
I get that.
So he didn't want to do that. Because what if this shit gets canceled? Like Superman underperforms. And yes, Supergirl is the next movie. And she totally underperforms. Does DCU this iteration will be done.
I have a feeling that there are enough people like me that are nostalgic for. I'm sorry. Once I heard the dun, 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 and it's not just the one time. They do play it throughout the movie when he's doing something Superman heroic. I mean, it was great. I was again what when did the Superman movie come out? 1980, 1979. So I was like 4 or 5. My folks took me to go see that at the theater. Like it I was nostalgic. It brought back the feels and the member berries.
I do agree, Nico. I'm all for James Gunn's vision of what he wants to build. I just didn't care for the movie. I'm looking forward to what he does do, though. Now the question is, who is he going to get as Batman?
That's a good question. Do you think that possibly it's going to be it's going to be like Robert Pattinson, maybe?
I've been hearing a guy that I follow in Hollywood say it is, but you never know.
I would be okay with that.
The problem is,
I enjoyed the Batman.
I enjoyed the first Batman movie that they did with him. It was just like, how long did that movie go for? Like 3.5 hours?
Yeah.
It was about 45 minutes too long. That was my only complaint. I cried when the opening title card Superman hit. Even though I am Gen Z and Henry Cavill's Superman was the definitive Superman of 4 generation. It hit. It touches on some things. It just didn't do it for me.
I get that.
But again, I look forward to seeing his portrayal again because, he got the role. He didn't have much time to bulk up and get into that shape that he needed. Hopefully, with the next round when they do it again, he can hit the gym, bulk up a little more.
He doesn't need that. He's not Wolverine. He's not.
No,
he's
Superman.
Superman.
He's the strongest person in the world. He needs to look it.
No, he doesn't. He's an alien. He's Superman. He gets his powers from our yellow sun.
Bro, no. After fucking Henry Cavill, any Superman that comes out now has to look somewhat close to Henry Cavill, muscular.
No, I disagree. Yeah. I disagree there. I totally disagree there. I enjoyed Man of Steel and Batman v Superman.
Which version?
What do you mean? Which? Oh, the extended one, of course. The.
And did you see the Justice League?
The
Zack Snyder version, not the fucking Josh Whedon.
No, I haven't. It's like 4 hours long. I haven't watched it.
Bro, it's worth it.
I heard that it's completely different.
So much.
Yeah.
You can see where they butchered that fucking movie.
Right.
He needs about another 40 pounds, God damn it.
No, he doesn't. He's fine. He's fine. And I learned this bit of trivia. Nicholas Hoult, he
went bald, right?
He shaved his head.
I believe he did.
Also shaved his head in Mad Max Fury Road. But he auditioned for the part of Superman, and he was kind of salty he didn't get it. So
I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah, so he was kind of resentful of Superman. So I thought that was perfect.
I liked him as Lex, bro. He fucking killed that role.
He was great. He was great as Lex Luthor. He was ruthless. He was evil, but he wasn't evil in his mind because Superman was an alien, and he was just not really sure of what Superman was. Did he go about it in the wrong kind of way? Yes. Of
course, he always does. All Lexes go about it the wrong way.
Right. And towards the end of the movie, we find out that, he palpatined the the war between Moldavia and Mongovia, whatever the hell those countries were. And obviously the aggressor was what was it, the hammer of the B country,
the hammer of Moldavia. Yes, David Cornsweet looked fantastic as Superman, except for the suit, though. Hopefully, you know what? If there's a part 2, the suit gets refined and it will look a little better.
No, you're.
I just don't like the looseness, bro. I can't have the looseness. No, the looseness is
you're letting your Zack Snyder dictate your.
Well, no, because Zack Snyder's suit was super dark. This one fit kind of like the original Superman look.
And here is everyone's favorite.
Oh God,
he's dragging Superman to the Fortress of Solitude.
The only time I like Krypto when he was doing the Hulk smash on Lex Luthor.
Yeah, right.
That was it.
Yeah, and there's Bradley Cooper and the broad with the blue eyes as Jor-El and Mom L.
I don't know where she's from.
I think she's a model.
It could be, because I didn't recognize her. I recognized Bradley Cooper. Well, I knew it was Bradley Cooper after I read, but he doesn't look recognizable there. He doesn't kind of look like him.
He doesn't. I had no idea it was him. This was one of my favorite parts of the whole movie right here. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, I loved it. Loved it.
Fucking Guy Gardner. I'm the leader of this gang.
Well, no, and I was reading Guy Gardner in the comic books is kind of an ass. He's kind of
yes.
So
again, I didn't. When I finished this movie, I have another chat that I was chatting with because one of my homies, he is a massive Superman fan.
Okay,
and he's like, I'll break down what he wrote yesterday because he went to see it.
Okay.
So I'll go over his little notes of what he wrote.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I go, bro, you know what? I can't stand fucking Guy Gardner. And he goes, Guy Gardner's a dick in the comments. I'm like, I can get the dick. I'm just not feeling Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. That was my only problem.
How did he feel about Nathan Fillion's portrayal of him?
Oh, he said it was spot on.
That's what I thought. Takazo, what's going on, brother?
But all right, you know what? Let me pull it up real quick. Scroll back up. All right, so he goes for the cast. Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, Lex, and Superman and Lois were great. He liked them. Bad cast, Hawkgirl. They didn't tell her who her character was.
I'll agree with that. He was just some, yeah.
And
I'll agree with that.
The rest of the cast were forgettable. That's what he wrote.
Well, I mean, you really don't need to remember. I mean, you talked about.
Okay, what did you feel about the race swap with Perry White?
I have no problem with that. I don't have a problem with race swaps as long as it doesn't affect the core of the story. I have no problem with it. Lawrence Fishburne was Perry White in the Zack Snyderverse. I have no problem with that. No problem at all.
Right.
I have no problem with that kind of race swap. The race swap I do have a problem with is when the race of the character is a core tenet of their character. I've said this a billion times, and I will talk about this till I'm blue in the face about it. You
are turning a little blue, but it's okay.
I know.
I digress.
But I digress.
So the action scenes were mid at best, nothing memorable by Superman. Only thing that was half good was Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, and I had no idea Mr. Terrific was actually he was in
the one of the X-Men movies.
So yeah, no, Mr. Terrific is actually, he's a guy. So I was surprised by that.
No, the guy who played him was great. Like I was telling my son because my son he went Sunday to see it at the theater, and he's like, "Bro, I liked the movie." Blah 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 blah. And we talked. I'm like, "Bro, I couldn't stand this fucking movie." Like, but why, bro? Superman looked like shit, costume wise. Costumes all were horrendous. You know, the same shit that I'm spewing here. The story was mid. The story is mid at best.
The story was perfect.
No, story was mid.
No, the story was great. Lex Luthor gets this alien who he feels threatened by, who and we don't see the battle that Superman did against Moldavia and Mongovia, whatever the hell they were. But
it is what it is, bro.
But we
the B word and the S word.
There we go. The B word and the S word.
The BS.
But we learned that Lex Luthor had business dealings and sold arms to the B word, and they were the aggressor in this conflict. And Superman, being Superman and wanting to help innocent people,
which is fine. I was cool with that. I was cool with all that, especially when they finally did show the attack. These motherfuckers are going to fight with pitchforks and machetes.
Right.
Like, you deserve to be conquered.
Yeah, and then when the kids make the flag with the symbol of Superman, they get it up there, they're like, Superman, Superman. And in the background, you hear, like all of that. Oh.
But Superman doesn't show up.
Well,
it is the Justice Gang.
Yeah. Yeah. And
it was funny. Guy Gardner flipping all the tanks.
I thought that I was like,
that was great.
The first one you see where it's popping the middle finger, you're like, did I just see what I thought I saw? And then right in the middle of the screen, you see a big middle finger pop up and blow up a tank.
That was great. Sorry, kid. He's a little busy right now, but you got us.
Oh, well, thank you, Takazo. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a movie buff, so I like to get it. I like to watch a movie. I like to research it. I like to get into it. But yeah, no, this had a very James Gunn feel, and I think that right here, this is what the Zack Snyder Superman. This is what the Zack Snyder Superman did not have. This scene right here, it's only 5 seconds long, so I don't think we're going to get hit or anything. But this scene right here defines what I feel is comic book Superman.
Your obsession with me is getting a little creepy. Don't worry. Tall, dark, and Martian isn't my type.
Did he just say right? Dark and Martian?
Tall, dark, and Martian is not my type. Like that little banter, like that's Superman. Hello, Lex. What are you doing here, Lex? Hello. Oh, and I did have a problem with it being called Luthor Corps. Should have been called Lex Corps. That's if I do have one critique, it is the fact that they called it Luthor Corps, not Lex Corps.
Okay, I didn't even catch that, honestly.
Yeah, that was.
Again, I'll watch the movie again when it's officially released on home video. I'll give it another chance because I'll get better subtitles. But again, from what I saw, it just wasn't for me. Let me see. What else was here? What else? The reuse, okay. All right, let me see. All right. But the music choices in this movie are just bad. For James Gunn, that is a fail. The reuse of the original Superman score is fine, but since there was no other theme, thematic score, the movie just fails to have death. Oh yeah, because I guess the other characters really don't have their own score in the movie yet. But it wasn't about them.
Right, it was about Superman.
So I could get behind. I don't get that statement he made there. Corn Sweat did a good job as Superman. He does well with the character, but this is a weak and rather dumb Superman.
He's only been Superman for 3 years, though.
But I think he's basing this because he reads all the Superman comics.
Okay. I mean, I can understand that, but he isn't.
Yeah,
He's still a rookie Superman.
it's kind of like what they did with Robert Pattinson's Batman. It's year one Batman.
Right.
So instead of year one Superman, they jumped it 3 years. I can get behind some of the mistakes because he doesn't know no better yet. And granted, he really did embody he wanted to save the fucking the big alien thing.
Right.
You know, to put in a galactic zoo, go out of all places.
So we could study it for sure. That was great. And then Mr. Terrific sends his little robots inside, and they blow up his guts, and he uses X-ray vision there, so that
He did have X-ray vision.
Good plot hole catch by Nico on that he should have been able to use his X-ray vision on Ultraman. Let's see what Nico has to say here. If they could have just added a little shockwaves and felt more when Superman throws punches, the action could have felt impactful. Okay. I'll agree there. It wasn't, it really wasn't Zack Snyder, Zack Snyder-ish where you could actually feel the punches. I'll agree with you there. And I did like, because one of the biggest critiques of Man of Steel was the fact that he just destroyed Metropolis and, without, just going through buildings. And ever since then, every time they're fighting in a city, they evacuate the city right away.
Well, here's the thing. That was Superman's first real battle when that happened. So I liked it. It's kind of like the fucking Avengers destroying New York.
Yeah.
For the battle. Well, they didn't destroy New York. Let's just say they fucked up Manhattan. I think it was Manhattan where they fought. Like,
right.
Look at Transformers. Dark of the Moon. They fucked up a spot of Chicago heavy.
Right.
Like, you gotta have. There's going to be collateral damage in the city. There is. And what they did in this movie, yeah, great. The evacuation. Start off with the evacuation, but it was such fucking horse hockey. He fucking catches a building and the homegirl driving 2 miles an hour while the bridge is fucking collapsing and she makes it away to safety. Fuck out of here.
The homegirl. But yeah, I mean, that was. And he did that move a couple times with the big kaiju, with his foot coming down, and he's like, that happened a couple times. That did happen a couple times.
Again, I don't mind. Like I said, you're a Superman. You're new to this superhero game, so I can get behind it. I don't mind it. But you're supposed to be the strongest being in the world. You're getting crushed by a thing. Granted, you were at 83%. It's fucking 83% bullshit.
I thought that was great.
At 80%, you're still stronger than everybody on the planet.
Yeah, but he went to go fight the guy that just beat the ever-loving shit out of him when he was at 100%. So his robot caretakers, his robot butler was like, "Yo, hey, bro, you're not fully 100. Stop! You're not fully 100% yet. You need to, let's blast you with a little bit more vitamin D from the sun before you go out there,
bro. Do what fucking every Superman does, bro. Fly out into space, stare at the sun, and then just free fall back into Earth." That would have been a nice scene too, because it kind of harpens back to Christopher Reeve there.
Right. Well, they kind of did that at the end where the engineer and Ultraman were fighting him, and the engineer's getting all her nanobots inside of him, so that they can suffocate him.
She's deep throating his ass.
Right. And he flies all the way up, and then he just free falls down. Like, what is he doing? And the whole confusion as to what he was doing, because he had never done that before. Lex had
I
never
liked
seen
it.
that. Lex had never seen him do that. That's why he was like, what the hell? And then Lex finally catches on going, shit, he's just free falling, and the
He's becoming a
nanobots are going to protect him as he falls. The other two aren't protected. So that was great. That was great. And I did like at the end where he was fighting Ultraman after they discovered he was a clone of Superman because he got a lock of his hair. And and that's how Lex Luthor gets into the Fortress of Solitude, because this is revealed at the end, because he did make a clone of Superman. So
I knew he was a clone.
Oh, I did. That was a shock. I was
no,
surprised.
it's a shock. It was supposed to be a shock, but there's no way Lex could get into that fortress. Ultraman had to be a clone.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, okay, this is biometric to Supergirl, Crypto, and fucking him. They're the only three who could get in there.
Okay. All right,
So,
no, that makes sense for sure. It does.
Lex don't have no fucking blood samples on him because, again, Superman don't fucking bleed unless he's fighting Doomsday.
He bled at the very first part of the movie when he got the shit beat out of him by Ultraman.
He shouldn't have, is what I'm saying.
But that's explained. It's explained why he got the shit beat out of him.
Look, Pico says Superman was a rookie, but so was Henry Cavill's Superman, and you can't expect him to prevent destruction in Metropolis at the same time fight Zod. I had no problem with the destruction in that movie, and I had no problem with him breaking Zod's neck. Some people did. He chose those humans' lives. Zod's intention was to burn them motherfuckers. He was going to burn them. He had to break the neck.
Was Henry Cavill a rookie Superman when he fought Zod?
Yes. That was his first real battle. He'd never fought before.
Oh, I guess you're right.
He had never fought.
You're right. You're right about that.
He fought Zod and his crew.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, shit. You know what? Hold on. I forgot to do this.
And, I wouldn't have mind some destruction in Metropolis. It would have made... Granted, they did with the fucking... What was it? That boom tube... boom tube fucking causing a rift.
Is that it?
What are you pulling up now?
I need to... I just remembered this. The truck stop in Tampa, they're real picky about like overnight parking. So I need to reserve a spot.
Oh, you need to get your spot now.
Yeah, no, for sure I do. Like, no, definitely. That's...
Hey, you can always go camp out in front of Joey's house.
Nothing. All the rats. I don't need all that.
No, they're only in the backyard.
Oh, hold on.
Remember in BBS, he learns from his past mistakes and takes Doomsday in space. Yes. Yes.
Don't mind me, folks.
He's figuring things out.
Yeah. I meant to do this before, but I was uploading and I was doing research, so please forgive me while
He was digressing for the movie, for the review.
Yes. Allow me to digress here for a moment.
You're starting to get Carmack's voice down.
I know. Yes, I digress.
It's becoming dangerous with you, Cupcake. What else was there? Oh, God. I didn't mind Jimmy Olsen.
No, I thought Jimmy Olsen was great. Jimmy Olsen was perfect. He was great in this movie. I did enjoy Miss Teschmacher.
Was she always an airhead?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Well, when they're in that, what was that? What are they called?
The funny thing is, Jimmy Olsen's too stupid to realize that Yeah, they're selfies, but they're selfies with important.
Yeah.
It took Lois to see that, like, yo, she's a genius.
No, it wasn't. No, it was Jimmy Olsen who figured that out because he's going through all the selfies and then he has the whiteboard where he took all the pictures and stuff.
Well, after Lois pointed it out.
Was it Lois or was it?
Yes. Lois zoomed in on the BS.
Oh, okay.
Because it was the B, and on the instead of the S, it said Luther. Luther wanted that land. That's
Right.
why he was funding Bologna.
Yeah, that's right. But I did like at the end at the fight where Crypto was an unknown entity. So and in typical James Gunn, kind of tongue in cheek, funny fashion, Superman, Crypto, get the toy. And then he attacks all the little cameras that are, that are surrounding him.
It took fucking Superman an hour and 45 minutes to figure out, let me take out the toys. Because that's how this guy is beating the living shit out of me. He's Lex Luthor knows my fight choreography so well that he's anticipated what I'm going to do by calling out these numbers. Once he started hearing the numbers, because remember, Ultraman speaker, Superman started to hear it in that final fight.
Right. Yeah. Well, he didn't realize it. He didn't realize that there were the little flying cameras all around.
Oh no, it's just a drone show for fucking the TV news stations to have footage.
Yeah, but yeah, I did. I enjoyed every bit of this movie. Yeah, it was a great movie. I'm gonna have to get. I got to get back on the road here. So we've been on for an hour. It's really all.
That's long enough for today.
Yeah, no.
You got travel, so it's good.
Yeah, no, and that's really like an hour. I think that's long enough to talk about a movie. That's when I was doing solo movie reviews. That's how long I would talk about it. Not much else.
No, you would go an hour and a half to 2 hours too.
It depending on if I felt strongly about the movie, like I did on Brave New World. If I'm gonna shit on a movie, then yes, we will talk at great length about a movie.
But yes, it was dumb for Superman not to know that Ultraman is being commanded moves by Lex Luthor earlier. Now, my question is this. Ultraman was sent into that black hole thing from the boom tube.
Right.
Will he come back as Bizarro?
Wow.
I mean, you already got the clone. Might as well make him Bizarro now. He comes back all disfigured and
Lex Luthor did say that just like other clones, he's not as smart. Oh my God. What time is it? It is 11:05 Central, and on July 16th, 2025, mark your calendars. Lou, I think you're spot on. I think you are spot on that Ultraman will become Bizarro. Oh my God. I'm going to clip this little section right here. And Lou, good call, dude. Very good call. Very good call.
And again, all that boom tube, I know Lex is smart, but that gives me off Cyborg vibes and Darkseid vibes. Like, yo, has he been in contact with Darkseid? Because Homeboy had a network of fucking boom tubes,
yes,
all scattered. So
yeah, that remains to be seen. Let's hope this movie does well, so that they do a sequel.
Nico says,
what?
Nico says Crime Syndicate Ultraman would also be cool.
Very true. Very true. I am a fan of the monster's idea that he will become Bizarro. That is a fantastic theory. That's a fantastic theory, Lou. Fantastic theory. Because they
You set it up perfectly. You fucking sent him away in a black hole. Who knows where he went to on the other side? He is strong, so go somewhere. He and then comes back in a couple of movies as a fucked up version of Superman, all crippled in the face, and he learns how to speak finally.
yeah, no, that oh my god, and Bizarro speaks fucked upedly. Oh my god, Lou, I think you're onto something here, dude. I absolutely think you're onto something.
I could see James Gunn doing that. Sets him up this way and brings him back as this.
Oh my god, because that's why we have Guy Gardner, like Green Lantern. That's why we have Mr. Terrific, because James Gunn likes these obscure comic books. That's why we had the Guardians of the Galaxy, because he likes these unknown obscure. He likes these unknown obscure characters. Lou,
he's the B guy. He likes to use the B characters.
He does. And Bizarro is not a mainstream Superman villain. You heard it here first. Black hole ain't affecting that superhero being. It might not affect his being, but it may affect his brain, because Lex Luthor does say, even though he's
stupid,
he was stupid. Yes, Lou, you really don't know what you. We may get sued because of this.
That's a James Gunn move. That will be a James Gunn move. Make him Bizarro. Hello, Mason.
What's going on, Mason?
As your agent, as your client, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you. But yeah, no, Lou, I think you're onto something here. We need to keep an eye on this. Absolutely, 100%. Definitely need to keep an eye on this. As far as Bizarro, I think you are definitely onto something. That would be great.
What the fuck? We're getting Lobo in the Supergirl movie.
In Supergirl?
Yes.
I thought it was going to be but okay, and that's obviously going to be Jason Momoa.
Yes.
Speaking of Supergirl, what did you think of Supergirl?
I didn't mind it. I mean, granted, it was just a little cameo. And the World of Tomorrow, from what I heard, she travels the universe to get drunk. She wants to experience getting drunk.
Yeah, I didn't like the frat girl. I was a little taken aback by the the party girl. But I'm holding my judgment now, because again, my view on this movie has shifted 180 degrees. So maybe they'll do something with that. But yeah, I wasn't.
Here's the thing.
I didn't like Party Girl, Supergirl.
I don't. Look, man. My introduction to Supergirl was that first old school fucking one that we got in the 80s after the Christopher Reeve,
where she played with forest animals because she's a girl.
and granted, I forgot about that shit.
She fights an invisible monster,
and then
because they ran out of money in the budget.
My next incarnation with the Supergirl was the CW one, and after 2 seasons, I was out.
Yeah,
that shit got too politically woke.
Really?
Oh, did it, bro? Because when Supergirl came out, the first season was on CBS.
Okay.
They canceled it on CBS, moved it to the CW.
Okay.
Then for seasons 2, wasn't bad. Season 3 was okay, but right after season 3, it really got into the lesbian, the LGBT fucking bullshit.
Right.
And then when their whole Me Too movement was going on, they Like, bro, we're watching TV to escape these fucking notions, not have you incorporated in a show. And then when you incorporate it in the fucking show, you're beating it down your fucking viewers' throats.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. I'm going to pop this back up. Nico brings up a good point. Can Jor-El's message be hacked by Brainiac? That's another possible.
That would be a sweet Easter egg.
That would be another possible plot point for a future movie where the reason why the message from Superman's parents says, go and conquer this world is because Brainiac intercepted it. There are so many doors that are open with this. The Brainiac, the Bizarro one though, Lou. That's
the one.
That's the one, dude.
That's the one you love. You're loving that one.
That is the theory. I am all in on that theory. I am all in on that theory.
And then here's another thing. Lex Luthor mentioned the Martian. Martian Manhunter's coming. He doesn't say that line for nothing. Lex knows things.
That's a possibility, but he does call Superman an alien and a Martian. So they refer to him as the Kryptonian,
Martian Manhunter, mark my words, is going to come.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
Because this phase is called God and Monsters.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they're doing phases like the MCU, so they're being smart about it, where we're probably going to have a Superman movie, a Supergirl movie, a Batman movie. And then we're going to have...
I think we'll get Wonder Woman before we get Batman. The reason being because of Matt Reeves' Batman. You don't want two Batmans that close to each other if you recast. If you're recasting, then you want a little bit of space. Because people do enjoy Robert Pattinson as Batman.
You know what? Peacemaker, John Cena, he has a little cameo as Peacemaker in this. So they might actually use Robert Pattinson as Batman. I hope they do. I loved his Batman. Like I said
while you were rebooting. We're going to see Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl in Peacemaker because it was in there. It was in Peacemaker's trailer.
Oh wow! Okay.
Robert Flagg Sr. is going to be in Peacemaker season 2. I don't know how big of a role he has to be there, and I think they're going to bring in Superman as the major cameo for the show.
Okay. Because
James Gunn said Peacemaker will have one super humongous cameo in it towards the end of the season.
Okay, that may be Superman. It may be there's.
It could be someone else, but he mentioned it. My guess is Superman because you got these actors on the cheap at the moment.
Right.
So, if they go the route of Justice League Unlimited, then Martian Manhunter is confirmed. Like he already established the Justice League somewhat with fucking Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, and Hawk Girl.
Are you kidding? Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice.
I mean, they even used that shit in fucking The Flash, but hey, I digress.
Right. All right, Lou.
You need to go.
Yeah, what's your score? How many cupcakes you giving it?
2. I give it 2 cupcakes. Oh, look at that. You fucking updated the cupcake picture.
So Lou gives it 2 cupcakes. I don't have half cupcakes, but I'll give it I'm gonna give it 4.5.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I will probably watch it again. I want to see it on the big screen.
And hear that sound.
Yeah, hear that sound, get the whole the whole experience with with the big screen. I'd love to go see it IMAX 3D. Especially the fight with the kaiju would be cool. The fight at the end where they're getting away from the black hole, that would be cool to see on the big screen in 3D. But yeah, even watching it on my laptop here, it was great.
Oh.
But yeah, so Lou gives
Hey,
it
if
two.
you get in town, depending where you stay, you could either go to Veterans or West Shore.
Are either of those an AMC?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll have to check it out. And I just reserved my spot so I can come and go as I please. Then, I have a spot at the hotel or at the truck stop, so I may do that. I may just do that.
I can tell you right now the movie times.
Oh, cool. All right.
Let me do West Shore because you would be closer to West Shore
Okay.
if you're going to be by Joey's house because of that truck stop.
Right.
Showtime.
Well, I may stop on the way because according to Google, looks like I'm going to get there around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I may stop on the way.
Your last showing at West Shore is 10:15 in Dolby Cinema.
Okay.
And if you wanted 3D, it would be 9:10.
All right.
And then now let me see Veterans. Veterans with the IMAX, you could see an 11 o'clock movie
Tonight?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. All right.
So,
I will let you know if I go to that. No, not tonight. Not tonight, Mason. We're still
shit.
we're still on shaky ground. We're still on shaky ground. Press one. Oh, whoops, wrong one here. Press one for Superman movie times at this theater. Welcome to Movie Phone.
That would have been great if Henry Cavill was Ultraman.
That would be cool.
That would have been great. At least Henry Cavill's big and buff and not wearing pads.
No boat shoes.
Okay. But hey, get on the road, bro. You got a long ride.
Yeah. But yeah, so Lou gives it 2 cupcakes. I give it 4. Go see it. With my 4 cupcakes, I would say go see it at the theater. With Lou's 2 cupcakes, he's probably going to say, wait till it comes out on streaming. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. And we will catch you Saturday for Jib's Jukebox. And then on Sunday morning with the Belly Bro. And then Sunday night on Cut of the Jib Uncensored on Rumble, we are watching Zippity Doo Dah, Zippity A. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Yes, we are watching Song of the South. Song of the South, ladies and gentlemen, on Cut of the Jib Uncensored. Movies with 2K on Sunday on Rumble.
Why do I feel that's going to be so racist?
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I've got a copy of it, but it's a bootleg copy on DVD, and it's just horrible. This is apparently a 4K remaster of the movie. So,
oh boy.
Yeah, and I think the racist part.
I don't know what's going on tonight with me, folks. So there's that.
Right. Thank you, Dale.
I digress.
I think the racist part of Song of the South is Brer Bear and Brer Bear especially because Brer Bear. I think he just sounds like a big dumb black guy.
You were just trying to pull in your fucking Jake impression. I don't know, Mason. I really don't know.
We'll find out at 6 o'clock Eastern.
If there's a show tonight at 6 o'clock, then sure. If not, I'm over it. I'm so over it. I just don't care anymore.
All right. Well, if anything, I will. Maybe we'll do an emergency show if something cool pops up between now and Saturday. But until then, I will see you Saturday on Jib's Jukebox.
Well, no, maybe depending on what you got going on tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
We've got the Tell 'em Lou the God on the DJR network.
Yeah, I know
what's happening.
I got time.
Yes. If
All
you're
right,
free, I will send you the link. If you could pop in, you pop in. If no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Just send me the link. All right, everybody. Nos
Goodbye.
vemos hasta la vista. Bye.
Peace.
Reviews and stories all the